What's going on, you guys? Theo here with the big review, back yet again with another King of Fighters Allstar video, and this is going to be a bonus video for the day. Usually on Saturdays I just do the Saturday chat and chill, but in the interest of getting you guys as much information on the Boss Syndrome characters as humanly possible right now, being that I know everyone is really excited to be pulling for these banners, I wanted to go ahead and do a supplemental video to the original video for today. So you'll be seeing this one at the same time as the Saturday chat and chill as per normal. So if you guys want to check that video out, this week's topic is going to be everything as it pertains to which of these two banners you should prioritize, in which I go into some of my thoughts on that as a question and as a topic. However, in today's video, I have some really cool footage for all of you guys. So if you haven't already done so, smash that like button and subscribe. And I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to show you guys the power of Krizalid solo in Guild Rad, not only Lunatic, but also Expert. So let's go ahead and jump into it. So the first thing that I'm going to go ahead and do is I'm going to show you guys what cards that I have on Krizalid right now, so that way you guys know what I used for these two runs. So these are going to be the cards that I'm using on Krizalid right now. I'm using an Akane set, I'm using the Gintama option, and then I'm using the new Krizalid option card. So these are the cards that I use in both of the runs that you're about to see, and what I really want to show you guys with these two runs, both Lunatic and Expert respectively, is I want to show you guys what Krizalid is capable of due to the fact that he has that mixed kit, having both Starlight and Darkness in these two modes by himself. So as you will see in this video, I never swap him out, I never use my Striker, I purely only use Krizalid in these two clips. I don't use the other team members whatsoever, so you can pretty much ignore them. They're just there to look pretty, so especially you, Mai, you're great, just never change. But with Krizalid, I want to go ahead and I want to show you guys what he's capable of in these two modes solo. It is extremely impressive, and in the interest of getting quick, easy clears, Krizalid, in my opinion, is the best value that you can get for that particular role, and here is why. So let's jump into it. So this first run that I'm going to show you guys is going to be on Guild Rad Lunatic, and again, I am not going to swap out, I am not going to use my Striker, I am purely going to only use Krizalid. And for full disclosure, guys, if it gives you any sort of indication on this, I have practiced Expert several times, so when we get to that run, we'll talk about that. But on Lunatic, I have only done this one time. You are seeing it right here on your screen. This is the only run on Lunatic solo with Krizalid so far that I have done, and even then, I was still able to do obscene amounts of damage just using him by himself. And I guarantee you that if I go down and I sit there and I actually practice this and get a perfect run RNG wise, that I will do far more damage than you're about to see. But overall, in Guild Rad Lunatic, which is currently the toughest Guild Rad mode that you can do, typically you have to go in with, say, your SS Athenas or your Elizabeth so that you can get your Starlight on, and then you're swapping in and out for SS Mai or Rugal or whoever you're using besides them for your damage dealers or your shield shredders or whatever the case may be. Maybe you're using Eileen, you're having to worry about juggling skills, you're having to worry about timing skills, you're having to worry about the nuke, and so on and so forth. In some instances, you're having to worry about using Strikers in order to keep your characters alive, because Lunatic Guild Rad is very tough on characters for damage. So many things you have to juggle. It can be a big time dump. I know that a lot of people in the past have complained about the time dump when it comes to this mode, but when it comes to Krizalid, if you want an answer to all those things, then find a way to max them out, because at the end of the day, if you want quick, easy clears, Krizalid is your guy. I can do these clears in half the time that it takes me to sit there and juggle and stop clocks and do all these other things, and that is just a giant hassle. With Krizalid, you just leave him in there, you just cycle through all your skills, use your finishers, use your awakening rotations, and you can basically put up similar numbers that you would be able to on bad runs with those without even trying with him. So really, when it comes to Guild Rad, I have a philosophy that might be different from some other people out there. My philosophy is going to be that I want to get it done as efficiently and quickly a day as humanly possible. And really what I would prefer is to be able to just use 1 key on Expert and 2 keys on Lunatic for the day and then be done. And if I have extra time and I have an extra key, I want to just 1 key hard mode so that I can maximize on my returns for my boxes. And with Krizalid by himself, you are able to accomplish that easily. So as you'll see here, and I guarantee you guys, if I practice this, and I will show you guys the footage when it happens, I bet you I can hit 500 million damage on Lunatic Krizalid solo. I bet you that I can make that happen. I'm going to be trying that this weekend, but as you can see here, obscene amounts of damage solo on Lunatic using just Krizalid. Never used my striker even. I only used him, and this shows you how high his damage potential is in Guild Raid. So next up, I'm going to go ahead and show you guys my solo on Expert so that you can see that one, but largely it ends up performing the same, just a little bit better. So you're going to see this here, but overall, kind of what you're wanting to do with Krizalid is, yes, you want to use his 3PG finisher, this one here, the Lightning Disaster, as his main shield shred technique. However, being the fact that he is able to shred so well outside of even his finishers, just using his skills, those alone can be enough. So honestly, whatever stops the clock enough when you're doing a solo like this, just do it. I even use his core finisher quite a bit here just to stop the clock, because his power charge rate is so high that it doesn't even matter that I sit there and budget it. So at the end of the day, really with that core finisher, something that you can time very well if you start practicing with him and get good with it. But when his shield is almost down, if you have the ability to use his core finisher, which is the grab finisher, you can go ahead and start that up, and that startup will go ahead and break that shield if it's low enough, and then he will automatically transition into the next phase of that finisher, so that way you can connect with the full thing. So that's another little kind of tiny tip for you guys on this if you're really wanting to maximize on a solo run like this. But overall, with Krizalid in this mode, it is absolutely face roll, and Krizalid has broken Guild Raid. At the end of the day, Krizalid has broken Guild Raid. There is no two ways about it. You cannot debate it. It is a fact. With Krizalid, he has taken Guild Raid from being something that requires a ton of strategy and a ton of juggling of things and a ton of muscle memory, and he has made it completely and utterly eye roll. Like, we're already at 300 million damage solo with him, and we just got under the minute mark. It is insane what he is capable of in this mode. And honestly, guys, it isn't even difficult. I did probably, I would say, 10 to 12 runs like this in a row. This just happened to be the highest damage I did, but I did over 500 million damage easily every single time without fail, just doing what I'm doing in this video. So if you needed any more evidence as to why this character is worth your rubies, or why this banner is worth your rubies over the other one, it is this character. I am not overselling him. He is ridiculous. If you are someone who needs help on Guild Raid in any mode, whether it is going to be Expert or Lunatic, any of the harder difficulties in Guild Raid, he is the #1 pick. He is going to be your MVP. This is where he shines the most, and this is where he is the best. I tried multiple different cards on him, by the way. All of them had varying degrees of success. This just happened to be the one that I got the highest run on, but they all hit 500 million damage, whether it was a Leah set, an Akane set, or the Orochi set, or even the Tekken set, so on and so forth. So overall, guys, I hope you found this informative. If you did, smash that like button and subscribe. I wanted to bring this to you guys as a supplemental video just so that you could see what I'm talking about, and I wanted to give you guys as much information as possible today on these guys, and I'm going to be doing spotlights early next week on both of them. But I will see you guys on Gunny's live stream for the YouTuber Summon Battle later today, 4 p.m. Central. Peace.